Hey, what's up everybody? I'm here with my good buddy Ron Sang. What's up, brother? Everything good?
Everything's good.
Very good. If you don't know Ron's an international, what do you call it, communicator?
I'm a presentation skills expert.
Presentation skills, see, I need polishing. Presentation skills expert. He's an author, recently published author.
The book is From Presentation to Standing Ovation, the Amazon Canada #1 bestseller.
#1 bestseller. So you specialize in communication, public presentation, and making you become more fluid in your communication.
That's right.
That's a tongue twister right there.
It is a tongue twister, only because you made it that way. It doesn't have to be. I like to make things simple, easy to understand, easy to remember.
So we're going to be talking about today a couple of strategies and tactics to optimize your pitch. So, you know, a lot of people on the channel, they're entrepreneurs, and it doesn't matter if you're 18 years old, doesn't matter if you're 65 years old, if you can optimize the way you deliver your pitch, you have more sales, you have more confidence, and it's a win-win overall.
That's right.
So what are some things that one can take right now, or one can do to start optimizing their pitch?
The first thing you need to remember is no one cares about you. No one cares about your message. So you have to make sure that you care. You get that sincerity across, that conviction. It starts with you, okay? Don't expect that people are gonna wanna listen to you. The world does not owe you anything. You have to show the world what value you can bring. So have that conviction, first of all. That's number one. Have conviction in what you want to sell. Do you believe 100% in what you're saying? Do you believe 100% in what you're going after? First of all. Second of all, do you understand your audience? What do they want to hear? What are their needs? What do they not want to hear? Can you articulate your value proposition in their framework, in their language? So start by having conviction in yourself, having that confidence in what you're doing. And then secondly, doing your homework, your research, understanding your audience so well that you're one of them. And third, I'm going to suggest that you make sure that your presentation is concise. Know when to start, know when to stop. Psychologists have what they call the primacy and the primacy effect and the recency effect, meaning that the first thing that your audience will hear and the last thing they hear will be what sticks. So if you make sure that your core message is clear at the beginning and clear at the end, then your message will be conveyed in a way that's remembered. So what are those three things, Amir, that I'm suggesting for your audience here today? What's number one?
Recency?
Believe in yourself. have that confidence. Believe in yourself first. Believe in what you're selling, believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe it, your audience will not believe it. That's number one. Number two is to research your audience. Know your audience. Speak to their wants, their needs, and their dreams. Number three. What's number three, Amir?
Recency.
Recency effect, primacy effect. Make sure that you can have a clear message at the beginning and at the end that speaks to your audience. So with these three tips, go out and get it.
So let's talk about Toastmasters, because you and I, we were members of the same club. You've been doing Toastmasters for, oh God, years now.
15 years now.
15 years, right? And in Toastmasters, they have a principle, which is repeat it 3 times. So say it at the beginning, what you're gonna say it in the middle, what you're gonna say, and finally tell them again at the last end. So
it's not actually a Toastmasters principle,
yeah,
but it comes up a lot in Toastmasters, because in Toastmasters, a nonprofit organization, we want to improve ourselves. It's full of people who want to get to the next level in their speaking, or just want to get some comfort level, gain some comfort in a supportive, safe environment. And you can find chapters around the world. And what people often say is, tell them what you want to say it, tell them what you just told them. And in a way, that's using the primacy effect and the recency effect as well. And it's using what they call the rule of 3, the power of 3. 3 words, 3 ideas, 3 sentences sound more complete than 4. So if you can find some ways to use 3 in the same way that we are familiar with Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Recycling one in Canada, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. And the rule of 3. People just remember things in 3s. They just sound more convincing. I remember reading something in a psychology magazine, how salespeople who try to pitch you on 4 benefits are not as convincing as salespeople who pitch you on 3. For some reason, 4 doesn't sound as believable. So do what you can to use 3 examples or 3 benefits. Focus on that. And remember to tell them what you want to say, tell them, and then tell them what you just told them.
Well, going back to the first one, you're talking about confidence.
Yes.
So what are some steps people can take to get more confidence in the pitch they're about to give?
I've got a couple of suggestions for you. What do professional athletes do to get warmed up before their big game or before their big challenge?
Do a lot of priming in the mind, some small exercise, repeating the processes over and over again, almost like future framing exactly how they're going to make the win.
That's right, that's right. So what Ameer's talking about is the mental game, the mindset, the future framing, visualizing the future, and some physical activities as well. And what you can do to get primed before your next engagement, your next interview, you're giving a best man speech at a wedding, to calm your nerves or to reduce your anxiety, is to picture in your mind how things are going to go. Are you going to be confident? Yes, you are. Are people going to clap for you? Yes, they are. Are people going to be happy and enjoy what you have to say? Yes, they will. And then do something physical, or do something physical first. The order doesn't matter. But you got to have some physical component to warm up, and you've got to have some mental component to warm up as well. Some people listen to music, for example.
Yeah. I know Tony Robbins as a whole.
That's right. That's
crazy
right.
jumping around. Yeah.
So Tony Robbins does the clapping. He does the anchoring as well.
Yeah.
He remembers a time in his life when he was at his peak state, and he anchors that to his fist bump. So he's doing the fist pump before he gets on stage to remind himself of the energy level that he had when he was performing at his absolute best. You can do the same thing. The comedian who passed away, Mork and Mindy guy, would you remember what his name was?
Which one, Robin Williams?
Robin Williams used to do jumping jacks before getting on stage. So that's a great physical warm-up that you could do to accelerate your heart.
Same with Ali.
Get excited.
Passed away.
Muhammad Ali, what did he do?
He pretty much played out the exact fight in his mind. And that's why he called the majority of his fights. He says 6-round knockout.
I remember reading something about an ancient Chinese battle philosophy. It could have been Sun Tzu. The battle is won in your mind before it begins.
Yeah.
That's true for fights. UFC fighters, you can tell in their eyes that they're a winner.
Yeah.
If they have that conviction, do they believe in themselves, first of all. So have that mental game tight. Make sure that you're physically warmed up as well. Listen to music beforehand. Do the jumping jacks, get warmed up.
Binaural beats. So if you guys want to listen to some good hacks for the mind, just YouTube binaural beats. So B-I-N-U-R-A-L, I believe, binaural beats. And just plug them in, try some different frequencies. There's some really good science behind that. It helps me out. I know some top athletes and actually top performers around the world, and also top business people, they use binaural beats. So that's a great hack too that costs you nothing, just YouTube it.
The point is you have to get focused. When you need to speak, because you have to give a sales pitch, because you have a job interview, because you want to speak to prospective clients, whatever the case is, you need to get in the zone. Just like a professional athlete, just like a peak performer, anybody who needs to perform at an elite level needs to get into the zone. You get into the zone with your mindset by future framing. You get into your mindset by listening to music, binaural beats, something uplifting. You get in the mindset and the physical state by doing something physical to warm up. It could be jumping jacks, it could be anchoring your peak state like Tony Robbins. And the #2 most watched TED Talk of all time is by a woman named Amy Cuddy, Harvard professor of psychology. #2, I think the #1 most watched TED Talk is Simon Sinek. Start with Y.
What about the English guy, Ken Robinson?
I think that was #3.
#3, okay.
About schools and education. So there you go, #1, #2, #3, that's something you can watch. But the #2 most watched TED Talk is about presence. It's about how you can change your physicality. You can change your physicality and how you feel by changing how you move. What Amy Cuddy discovered in her research is that by doing a power pose, a victory pose, like you just won the 100-meter dash in the Olympics, if you hold that pose for just 2 minutes at a time, I believe the number is 2 minutes. We'll double check that stat. But hold it for a couple of minutes and you will increase your testosterone and lower your cortisol. What does that mean? Increase your testosterone, your confidence goes up.
Stress goes down.
Cortisol goes down, your stress goes down. Simple as that.
And she talked about also the exactly, the power stance.
Power posing. You do the Wonder Woman, the superhero pose. Do whatever you got to do to look and feel like a boss. Look like a boss, you will feel like a boss.
What's the saying? Fake it till you make it?
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Or as she would say, become it, or be it until you become it. Whatever, you know, just be it.
Yeah.
Become. That's really all you need to do.
Clothing has to play a role too in presentations.
Sure, sure. People make a first impression. They have, you send a first impression. So what message are you conveying when you're speaking to an audience? Some people feel more confident when they're wearing a suit.
For sure.
It depends on your audience. Know your audience. In some cases, who's that, the unmarketing guy? Scott Stratton.
Scott, yeah.
He never wears a suit. He's confident, but he's always...
Gary Vee.
Gary Vee never wears a suit. But these guys have confidence. These guys have confidence. So for them, they actually know the rule of the game. Most speakers who appear on business conferences, who are on the stage, wear suits. And the funny thing is that when they shoot these headshots with these business speakers, they all kind of look the same. One person in a suit, another person in a suit. You see Scott Stratton, one time he's there in this conference headshot and he's holding a cat. He's wearing a t-shirt. Wearing a t-shirt, holding a cat. Right next to him is a guy in a suit,
Yeah.
So you don't need confidence from your clothing, but sometimes it sends that message that you want to send.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Ron, thank you so much, brother. And guys, check out Ron's book. I'm going to leave a link in the show notes. Go pick it up on Amazon. Ron has helped me with my communication. He has helped many entrepreneurs, many coaches, many top performers around the world. So check out his book. Remember,
from presentation to standing ovation.
All right, guys. Peace.
Thanks, Ameer.